Okay, welcome to the Press Dakotan Weekly Video Report. I'm Kelly Hertz, editor of the Press Dakotan. I'm here starting off with today Nathan Johnson, city editor of the P&D. And our first topic is an old topic, the Dakota Plains Napa Junction situation, which is now spilled beyond the Yankton County boundaries and going elsewhere. So what's the latest on that?
Well, as we reported last week, Dakota Plains officials were in Bonham County to meet with the commission over there. Tomorrow they will be at the Clay County Commission meeting to talk about possible locations in that county. And there will also be some action on the subject in Yankton County, but Dakota Plains will not be involved in that discussion.
So that's going to be in the Planning Commission on Tuesday night.
Right.
What do you anticipate? What is that about? Precisely?
Well, so like I said, Dakota Plains has said they are not going to be involved in discussions with Yankton County for 60 days, starting about from April 11th, let's say, early April, and that's while they're going through this process of talking to Bonham, talking to Clay, and meanwhile, in Yankton County, they started this tax increment financing process at their April meeting. Yes. And Dakota Plains was at that. From Dakota Plains' perspective, that meeting did not go very well, and after that, that's when they decided they were going to take a break from Yankton County. But since it's the Yankton County Commission, and this is very tedious maybe for the person who's not familiar with the situation, but the Yankton County Commission is the one that is the body that requested the Yankton Planning Commission to come up with a recommendation regarding tax increment financing for this proposed Dakota Plains grain facility. Mm-hmm. That being the case, the planning and zoning administrator Pat Garrity has decided that the Planning Commission is still obligated to come to some sort of conclusion on this subject. And so Lori Mackey, the equalization director for Yankton County, has crunched some tax increment financing numbers as far as, if a project like this were built, how much extra property tax revenue would that create. And with that information, Pat has created 11 different scenarios under which Yankton County could do a tax increment financing plan.
Okay.
So these 11 scenarios will be part of the discussion tomorrow night. It's
oh, I envy you covering this.
Yes, it should be very exciting. Lots of variety.
If you had to guess what might come of this, what might that be?
Of tomorrow's meeting?
Yes.
I would expect the Planning Commission is going to make a recommendation of some sort to the Yankton County Commission. I would expect they're going to actually recommend one of the tax increment financing scenarios, but it could just be a recommendation to do nothing.
Do you anticipate, say, Yankton area progressive growth officials being there, or along those lines, or is this?
I don't know if they will be or not. Speaking with Dakota Plains officials, they don't plan to be there, so I don't know if you would think Yankton area progressive growth would still have an interest in learning
yes.
what's being proposed at the county level, but it's difficult to say.
Okay.
And the different parties are talking a lot, but they're not necessarily talking to each other at this time.
Okay.
So that's the reality of the situation. As we know, it's been long. It's created some hard feelings between the different parties.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing what comes of that and see where that takes the process. Thank you, Nathan. We really appreciate it, your input for our viewers.
Yeah, I wish I could have shortened that up for you a little bit.
That's okay. That's
a lot of
fine.
background.
You can do that in the story. Okay, well, we've substituted Nathan with James D. Simbrick, the sports editor here at the Press Dakotan, who is entering a very busy time of the year, one of many that they have during the course of the year. And that's May, when everything that's, the spring sports season basically comes down to a crunch. But first, we have to talk about a little bit about something from the autumn, and that would be the NFL draft. And University of South Dakota had a player drafted.
Yeah, Tyler Starr, linebacker, was taken with the second to last pick by the Atlanta Falcons.
The second to last overall?
The second to last overall pick,
Okay.
seventh
So he's
round.
not irrelevant.
No, he's next to Mr. Irrelevant, but he is going to wear number 49, heading down to Atlanta here later this week for rookie mini camp, and wish him the best. There are also two other Coyotes who got invites. One, Jared Bryant, a defensive back, signed with the St. Louis Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Another, Cody O'Neill, got a minicamp invite from the Minnesota Vikings. He's an offensive lineman. So 3 Coyotes in camp this fall, not counting Tom Compton, who was the previous most recent Coyote drafted, which was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And where's he at now?
He is with the Washington Redskins offensive line.
Okay, so how does Starr, do you think, fit in with the Falcons?
The one nice thing for Starr is he is a pass rusher, and the Falcons over the last couple of years have been completely devoid of a real pass rush. I believe last year in 16 games they had they had less than 30 sacks as a team.
Okay.
So he's going to have an opportunity there, probably better than some places. So hopefully that means he has a chance to stick with the team.
Okay, good. Well, we look forward to watching that and following that transgression as we go along here, or progression, I should say, as we go along.